Welcome back to the Torque Test channel. KOBALT has introduced their first true mid-torque impact wrench to the market, and this is it. We bought this KIW 4024A-03, which is in their 24 volt line. This isn't their top of the range XTR stuff, but it's also advertising numbers that sort of belong up there for mid-torque anyways, with 650 foot-pounds of nut-busting torque and 500 foot-pounds tightening, which basically mirrors KOBALT's most powerful non-XTR impact, this one, which is much bigger, too big to be considered a mid-torque, all for $229 as a kit, making its price with a battery and 150 watt fast charger similar to the bare tools of many it's trying to compete with, which certainly includes this also 650 foot-pound rated Milwaukee 2962 mid-torque, which the cheapest we could put together a one battery kit for would be about $339 instead of $229 at the moment. The Milwaukee, as is usually the case, of course is shorter and smaller, just 6 inches instead of KOBALT's 6.8, and also 0.9 pounds lighter with a battery attached. However, the KOBALT at this size is certainly good mid-torque material, comparing it to a high torque here, of course. This route of making a sort of chunkier but high-performance mid-torque has been a popular one lately, in fact, as this KOBALT draws a lot of aesthetic inspiration, I feel, to the Makita mid-torque with its rubber nose cover and similar bulk and 6.7 inch length. And with a rating of 500 foot-pounds fastening, it seems that one is certainly in the crosshairs of what's new from Old Blue at Lowe's. Now, we like that Makita and it's sometimes redeeming extra power for the size, so we're interested to see if this one can bring a similar proposition for more value, as the XWT 17Z Makita is usually $240 bare. Now, we've seen quite a bit of hype surrounding this new introduction and requests for us to test it in this short time that it has existed. So should it be a breakaway star, we always have the DeWalt DCF 891 mid-torque, which makes all the beans to add to our dyno charts should we need that help. Besides the included extended run 4 amp hour battery that comes with it, we also have the XTR style 21700 cell 4 amp hour battery pack, which we've found to be quite good, and the KOBALT 2 amp hour battery as well, which we've found to be quite the opposite. And both make this tool a bit less cumbersome, I feel, a little less like you're swinging around a medieval mace. Let's get into that testing and see just how medieval this thing can get. Our first test is working torque, 5 seconds and forward. Here's how the latest Milwaukee fares against the LXT mid-torque from Makita. .337 over 315. Makitas do tend to be known for their reverse performance, at least around here. The Milwaukee here, though, coming out ahead. Alright, here's the new KOBALT 24 volt mid-torque. .366, coming in a bit late to pull it off, a weird looking slope, but topping the bunch here. Just in the hand, this one doesn't really feel like it's getting wrung out either to achieve that type of number. Let's take a look at reverse and see if we'll be needing to add that DeWalt based on this KOBALT's performance. Here's the KOBALT versus those Makita and Milwaukee mid-torques yet again. Okay, so right in the middle of the pack there with 412 compared to 427 and 385. Now this is pretty spicy performance, especially for the price point, I think most would agree, but maybe not the heavyweight we were expecting to see in reverse based on what we've seen on early glimpses on social media and other channels that we respect. Perhaps it's that extended run 4 amp hour battery. I mean, what does that even mean after all? What makes this 4 amp hour extended run compared to this 4 amp hour? Anywho, to show it could very much be worse, here's the 2 amp hour battery in our 15-second best case scenario test. That does well to demonstrate this sort of difference, going up against the 10-second reverse test we just did with this tool. So a few things on this one, quite a gap on the curve, 397 peak is under what the tool made in 10 seconds with the extended run 4 amp hour. And feel and sound wise, it just sort of trails off when things get tough and calls it a day. Some brands have some dramatic difference between regular and small battery packs, and KOBALT seems to be one of those brands. Perhaps to keep the battery costs down, which admittedly, I think they do pretty well. Alright, here it is, the new KOBALT with both the battery it came with and the XTR 4 amp hour battery pack on screen versus Milwaukee and Makita in our BCS test. So 461 and 433 depending on what you pair your tool with on this best of 3 runs type test. With the KOBALT able to again sort of slot right in between the Milwaukee and Makita, you may have noticed on some tests paying close attention to those modes before starting the test. Well, quite a few times we were second guessing this thing being in different modes as it feels very unstressed during these runs, like it's being underdriven or something. And we'd even read the manual here to make sure Mode 3 without auto or hand tight selected is its top range power. But another thing you may have noticed is that so far this tool is mainly a standout in forward torque, at least compared to its reverse runs, topping the other two here in this shorter test. So as is the case with cordless impacts, they are afforded the chance to make their top peak figures in forward. So here's the highest numbers the KOBALT put up on the day for us in forward. And we're going to be comparing it against the 3/8 Milwaukee mid-torque because that one also made its highest peak figures for us. We're doing best versus best here. .486 foot-pounds, again nestled between the Milwaukee and Makita here. A pretty good showing all considered. Okay, yes, not the rumored second coming, but we bought this from Lowe's and tested it 7 ways to Sunday, so I feel we're probably seeing what you yourself see buying one of these versus the others. Which, I mean, in the mix with Milwaukee and Makita tools, anyone in the KOBALT 24-volt family should be pretty pleased to see this come along, I imagine. Let's head over to the ranking to see how it scores given this type of performance for its price. Starting below the Milwaukee here and the Makita for now, this Metabo HBT in fact also has a very similar design look and feel, which seems to be a popular one now. The new KOBALT's runs are turned into points as 37, 41, and 48. Those are all quite good numbers on this mid-torque ranking list. It's 6.8 inches long, which again is where most mid-torques fall today, Milwaukee sort of being the exception to that rule. That makes for 71.5 foot-pounds per inch. It claimed 500 foot-pounds, and historically, Shervon, who makes these tools like KOBALT, Flex, and Ego, have all in our experience been fairly close to what they claim and oftentimes even underrated. That's not my opinion, the numbers just seem to indicate that thus far. And same story here, it met 97% of its claimed figure, which we use forward and reverse thread bolts to test. The price is going to get an unavoidable asterisk for now as it's only sold in a kit. When the bare tool is available, you'll see this column updated, but until then it gets sort of our standard $60 off to account for that single battery and charger. Which comes to 43.1 points, nearly a record on this list, a pretty good value proposition this one. That totals 338.6, placing it here in fourth above the Makita and Milwaukee, very nice. This points difference basically accounting for this points difference here, all due to price. And just below the Metabo HBT, which takes a very similar strategy, all said, to make a tool like this one and to place well here on our list. I like this new KOBALT. I think it's perhaps the best impact wrench that they make, including the XTR, given that one's size and weight needed to make its ugga-duggas. Everything else this tool is surrounded by in our rankings, like above it and below it, are like $200 to $240 bare tools. This brings that type of power and price point, but with a battery and quick charger included. Considering the performance of this one, and it's just their 24-volt line, not XTR, it really makes you wonder what Shervon could be putting out if you did, for example, afford them something like $180 or $190 bare as a price point for an XTR mid-torque of similar size. Like take the current XTR impact driver and blow that up to scale or something. then you're really going to have Makita's XGT 40 volt and DeWalt DCF 891s of the world paying attention. Appreciate you joining us for this one. Click subscribe to catch stuff like this every Friday, and thanks for watching.